The impact of social media remains difficult to prove. Yes, we agree.
Yes, we agree.
It doesn't mean it doesn't have an impact. But okay, so we've got three different things on this chart. We've got people that can prove the impact quantitatively. We've got people who have a good qualitative sense of the impact, but not a quantitative impact. And then people who are unable to show the impact yet.
Which is the biggest portion.
It's crazy because that means that people can't even say qualitatively
right.
There's impact. Like that's tough. Because a lot of people will say, something really soft about it, like, oh, we're getting responses or
right.
Something's happening. But the quantitative stuff's really hard, all that analytics and tracking and everything that most companies don't have in place. Right. Have we talked about that? Like the HubSpot tracking that's not accurate, that attributes Facebook ad traffic to something else. And
no.
Yeah, that happens unless you, depending on your CRM, let's say you're doing lead gen and you've got HubSpot and you got the free version and you don't have the paid version. You have to get the paid version and get this add-on advertising thing to track Facebook ad traffic accurately.
Oh, wow.
It's ridiculous. And it's also ridiculous that if you don't use good UTM parameters on your Facebook ads, like you build the URL and add it to your destination URL when you create the Facebook ads, you will also have inaccurate Google Analytics.
Wow.
So
a lot of companies' data that they even do have may be incorrect.
Yes, that's correct. You can't, it's not plug and play. You don't just start running Facebook ads and all of your third-party systems track Facebook accurately. That's unfortunate and I'm talking about Facebook because it's the most popular and of course, as far as the ad platforms go, the most effective social media platform. I mean, we could talk about Twitter. I think it tracks a little bit better naturally than Facebook does, but that's
the same.
Yeah, but it doesn't have that, for most businesses, it's not as important. And most of the people that I've heard that talk about Twitter campaigns are talking about mentions and, just tweets. They're not talking about traffic. They're not talking about sales or leads. And that's the impact of social media on your business. And I don't know if this chart's talking about the quantitative impact of reach or the quantitative, they're saying I can't even quantitatively say there's conversation happening in social media.
Right.
This question's vague.
Does seem a little bizarre, yeah.
Yeah.
Because most businesses are on social media. So what are we all doing?
Most people aren't doing much. That's the thing. But I really think that the reason that most people are not good at social media is because they don't look at the numbers and realize how bad they are at it.
Right.
They just assume, oh, we're reaching people. Oh, they're talking about us. They're talking to us. Oh, it must be having an impact. And that's, I think, the danger of the good qualitative sense of the impact.
Because what does that mean? Yeah.
If it's not quantitative, it could be wrong.
They just feel like it is doing something.
I feel like it's helping us.
Right.
I feel good about it.
Right.
Maybe you only feel good because you took your antidepressant. I mean, it's not quantitative.
Right.
So you haven't proved it. And it's crazy. It's going up and down too. Look at how it's gone up and down.
Yeah.
From August 2016 to February 2017, people got less. They were able to prove the impact less.
Right.
And even less in August 2017. What happened?
Yeah. You would think it would be growing if they're figuring out how to measure.
It would, unless they're trying new things that are hard to, everybody tried an influencer campaign and they're having trouble figuring out how to track that, right?
Right.
Try new stuff and they can't. And that's one of the problems of constantly trying new things is you can't nail down how to track it and how to optimize it and get better at it. You're always trying something.
Right. I mean, I feel like getting concrete numbers is difficult even on our side of like matching. I feel like there's been reports where we're trying to figure out how to line all the numbers up and have them all be the same.
Well,
So,
that's an analytics problem so get his name wrong. Avinash Kaushik. He's written books, and this guy, he's a huge analytics authority who's written blog posts about how no analytics package is ever going to agree with another one.
right.
And that will drive people who are new to analytics crazy. It drives some of the more OCD business owners and marketers crazy because they want it to match up.
Right.
Unless you get into super geeky into the technical definitions of each metric and how things are measured differently technically on each analytics platform. And sometimes people don't realize Google Analytics is sampling. It's not giving you all the data. It's giving you a sample of the data.
Mm-hmm.
You know, oh, okay, I thought I was getting all the data. You know,
Right.
no, not necessarily. So people trying to match up this data, it's not matching up. And unless you're going to somehow get under the hood and look at the programming of the analytics package to understand it, you don't have the time, you know?
Right.
So it does make sense to compare things within one analytics package to itself and within another to itself and learn what you can. And you can get lost. Analytics is it's like a crazy forest with no path. So you have to go into it with a question.
Right.
What do I want to, and you have to set it up knowing what questions you're going to ask your analytics.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if you just go in there and wander around and you get, you get lost, come out with a big beard. Yeah.
You've aged 75 years.
Yeah. This is an old homeless man wanders out of his analytics one day with bankrupt, no business. Okay. That's a story. So anyway, firms improve an ability to prove the quantitative impact of social media. Okay. So that's the same chart as before, but they just turned the quantitative part into a line graph.
There you go.
That's really exciting.
That is.
But like we said, it's been a few steps forward, a few steps back.
Right.
And there's probably multiple things playing into that. But okay, that was social media. It was clearly very inspiring. I mean, I think the overall thing with social media is we've got some issues. There's a lot of value there, but people have not nailed it down in terms of tracking and optimizing, right? To get the best value out of it.
Right.
So mobile marketing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's much newer than other forms of media. Do you think it is still because it's new, or do you think there's something more confusing about it than putting out radio or TV ads, or?
I think there's probably a list of 5 to 7 major things. Like you're saying, it's new. I think there are a lot of misconceptions that people come in with certain assumptions about social media that don't turn out to be true, and they make strategy decisions. They make like financial decisions based on these assumptions, and you don't learn those things aren't true until you've looked at your data or you've hired someone who's got 5 years of experience getting results. That's a big problem out there in marketing in general, is that people don't approach it the way they approach medicine. And in medicine or science, you look at best practices and you do what is the wisdom of everybody, like what is proven to work. But in marketing, everybody makes the same mistakes. They don't learn from each other.
Right.
And it's insane. And then there's all these people out there selling tools and programs and courses and books and trying to make money off of businesses, and none of very little of it is proven. It's not like medicine or science where, okay, we're going to take a drug. It's been tested on 2,000 people. We know it's safe. Or we're going to try a new strategy. It's been tested on nobody. We're going to invest, $10,000 in it. Okay. It's so there's that. There's constant switching. There's switching strategies because you don't get instant results, which is a bad idea because nothing happens in life without persistence.
Right.
Except for bad habits.
There you go.
What good stuff happens without grit and persistence is talent. There's talent. And then there's the whole thing with talent without hard work. So there's a bunch of stuff that contributes to where we're at in social media right now. The misinformation, the lack of discipline, the lack of persistence, the lack of research, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That makes it sound pretty negative and dire, but there are people out there getting good results. I always tell people, like, Google whatever you're interested in and put the word case study or profit or whatever at the end of that and see what's out there about have people succeeded at that thing. These are all vehicles, right? If you want to use a certain strategy or platform or tool, Google case studies on it, Google like blog posts on it and see if anybody has succeeded with it.
Right.
Because people will assume they're like, oh, well, LinkedIn ads should do this for us. We'll Google it and see who's achieved that. Because there are a lot of marketers out there. As soon as they achieve something, they're bragging about it.
Yeah, of course.
So that stuff will be out there.
Right.
It's not always true because unlike in science where the community shares knowledge, in marketing, companies may succeed at something.
Keep those secrets, yeah.
They keep it a secret because it's a competitive advantage.
Mm-hmm.
But there is, that's a factor. But aside from that, the people that do share it, there's a certain amount shared on each about success with each strategy or a lack of success with it. So all you have to do is read up on what's out there before you spend a bunch of money and time on it. And that's really just an investment of a few hours to save you thousands and thousands of dollars.
Exactly. Right.
Because I'm kind of tired of telling people what I've found by Googling that. I'm like, don't take my word for it.
Yeah.
Just do your research.
Yeah. You have Google too.
Yes. Yeah. You also have Google. So, okay. Mobile marketing spend on mobile expect to increase, almost double in 3 years.
That's not surprising.
No, because mobile became our primary way to experience the internet in 2014.
Right.
Outpacing desktop and laptop.
Yeah.
When I do keynotes, I always tell, I've got these audiences where sometimes people are over 40, over 50 years old. And I'm like, you guys might be using tablets and desktop. Mm-hmm. The norm now, I hold up my smartphone. I'm like, it's this.
Yeah.
It's this, and it's your tablets, and you guys are using tablets. Young people are not.
Right.
I tell them, that's but yeah. So, yeah, that's crazy. So cool. That makes sense. They're going to spend more. Mobile contributions to company performance show little improvement. It's very similar to social. Of course, they aren't doing this for everything. I would like to see this for everything.
Yeah.
Because is everything showing little improvement? That's
right.
Now I'm starting to wonder if people are just not improving at anything.
Yeah. But you would think this number would be going up even faster because of the doubling in the use.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point. We have to figure out how much is marketing contributing to their company's performance.
Right.
And this is, I guess, since I wasn't really in business and then I got into Google Ads first and then learned more and more about marketing. And I didn't go to a school for marketing. I didn't, all that stuff. I've just done it for 15, 20 years.
Right.
So I don't know, but it's over time, my assumption was, digital ads are really powerful. They drive profits. They drive, sales. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. But the more businesses I talk to, the more I find there are a lot of people, especially older people, that don't believe in marketing. There are people you don't believe in marketing. They've just never experienced effective marketing.
Okay.
right? And I mean, if you've been in, I did work in an older company at one point where marketing for them was kind of like designing graphics that would go in an ad. And just like updating the website was tough for them. They had to hire somebody to handle updating the website. So what their concept of what marketing was is just light years from what we do. So so it's not surprising it wasn't effective. It's like with very little, and I'm not talking about them anymore. I'm talking about in general, if you have no training in copywriting, which is how to persuade people with words, if you have no experience with it and you're just making up some graphic and putting it up somewhere,
right,
you're probably not
the best. Yeah,
you're probably not going to convince anybody. Put together a pamphlet, people would put together brochures. They would, there's a lot of, they would just create all this material and then they wouldn't measure it. And that's the history of marketing.
Right.
So, there were very few exceptions to that until the internet.
Right.
So when you ask this of every company, you've got some companies that they don't get business from marketing. They have a huge sales force that knocks on doors, And so they're like, mobile marketing doesn't even make sense for us.
Right.
And that's part of this number. So,
okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. The ones that are doing it should be getting better.
Right.
Because they should be looking at their numbers and learn from what's not working and all that. Mobile impact on customer brand and financial outcomes remains weak. Okay. So it's best at customer engagement. Right. How can you not deliver your brand message? I mean, that's what we were talking about. It's like, just put it in the picture, in the brochure. Yeah. I delivered it.
Yeah. That should be a 7, right? That's like your thing.
Yeah. It should be. I mean, how is it not a 7? Well, we misspelled the word. No, it didn't reach every. I don't know. I don't know how it's not a 7.
Yeah.
Maybe or it could be they feel like, well, the way we really deliver our brand message is TV and mobile doesn't let us do it fully. I don't know. Yeah. But
you think you'd be able to be more resourceful and innovative to get your brand message across?
And that's an issue is branding evolving. Like we've had clients where their brand was defined in the 70s and the 80s. And their adaptation to Facebook and Google, the limitations there or how you should show up there or what people expect on those networks has been minimal.
Right.
We put our logo there.
Yeah. There we go.
Are you doing 15-second ads? How do you do an ad that's only 15 seconds long?
Yeah.
So, yeah. The worst is customer acquisition and profits, and the customer acquisition, again, is the biggest goal of all the marketers in this survey. So mobile is the number, we talk about how important social is, but mobile is the number one way of reaching people. And customer acquisition is worst. So that's a big area of pain, it would seem like.
Right. A big area of disconnect. Because the people are there.
Yeah, I mean, what I hope everybody realizes that when you say we want to market on Facebook or even Google, you are saying we're marketing on mobile.
Right.
We're mobile marketing. It's the same thing, and because it's predominantly mobile. I don't know if they know that. Like we see the data all the time when you run these Facebook ads that, if you don't change where it's showing up and say desktop only, like 80-90% of your impressions, your ad showings are on mobile.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah, maybe it's just not realizing
And maybe they don't. Maybe they think
how mobile they are.
social, and then there's mobile. So we got our social, now let's go deal with mobile. It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. Companies remain focused on marketing fundamentals despite digital trends. I really find this hard to believe. Okay, it says, do you think the opportunity to pursue digital marketing opportunities have drawn your company's attention away from marketing strategy fundamentals? So only 18% of people think that digital marketing has distracted them from marketing strategy fundamentals. I mean, there's an inherent bias in this question.
Yeah, I think I'm a little confused by
Well, number one, the assumption is that digital marketing is not a fundamental marketing strategy.
Right. So I'm like, isn't that...
or that you can't do digital marketing with marketing strategy fundamentals, which is, I'm just going to say, complete and total bullshit.
Yeah.
I actually say the word bullshit here because this is ridiculous.
It is. It makes it seem kind of like digital marketing is a distraction.
Right.
From...
But let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say and assume that what they were really trying to say was there are some ways to do digital marketing or some things you can do in digital that are not good marketing strategy.
Right.
And that's what they meant.
Right.
And they were really trying to say, have you been able to keep marketing and occasionally do digital to whatever degree you do it while still doing good fundamental marketing strategy? Mm. And I mean, who's going to say? Only the really unhappy people who are like, my company's messed up.
Yeah.
Say, no, we're screwing it up, man. I wish I didn't work here. I can't get Bob to do what I want him to do. Yeah, because especially if you're talking to the executive, he's like, well, I'm in control of this. So yeah, of course we're doing marketing strategy fundamentals.
Right, exactly.
Of course we are. I mean, I'm doing it.
I'm doing it. I'm in charge. So
yeah, of course we're doing the right things.
We're doing everything right.
The other 18% are like, I really have no control. We can't.
No idea what's going on.
The CEO is in control. He's doing the wrong things. He read a book and he said he had to do this. It's stupid. Why are we doing this? It's the CEO, like people talk about it, the CEO book club is a problem.
I was going to say, I think that's a real, you're describing a real scenario right now.
Yeah. Hey man, have you read the E-Myth? Actually, I haven't. But
I have not either.
I know, but evidently a lot of people
have. Okay.
And I don't know if it's good or bad, but what matters is that there are books out there that are like, man, I read that. Have you read the Purple Buffalo book? Oh no. Yeah, whatever the book is in, I'm not talking about Purple Cow, just whatever the book is.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it said we should use milkshakes and Instagram. Everybody's, whatever. Our CEO is really big on that new rainbow deer book.
Right.
Okay, that's enough slamming CEOs.
That's funny.
Marketing jobs. Planned marketing hires reach highest level since 2012. Yeah, we talked earlier that one was marketing talent was one of their biggest concerns. I mean, the right talent.
Had a couple dips, and
goes up and down.
15,
I mean,
17, yeah.
The market goes up and down too. So I think, sometimes people are like, oh no, we're going to have Taylor's going to have to do Shannon's job. We're getting rid of Shannon. Taylor's going to do her job.
Right.
You're going to have to tell him. And I'm sorry that sounded sexist. I don't know why we're firing the woman. But anyway, we're going to fire Taylor. Shannon's going to have to do Taylor's job. You're going to have to tell him. Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Anyway. We're going to hire more people. Who's hiring? Energy. A lot of places we've seen energy is going to be spending more money.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll make better commercials. I mean, have you seen the energy commercials?
Oh, yeah. Some.
I don't know if they just make those for investors or whatever. They're not that horrible, but they just seem so divorced from reality. They're just It seems like you'd walk into the energy company's lobby and they'd be playing it, and everybody's like, "Hey, man, how you doing?"
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. It doesn't feel
connected to reality because
no.
it's not connected to the way that most people experience energy products.
Right.
Anyway, lost my headphones. Okay, sorry, I lost my earbuds.
A bud.
Yeah. All right. So what else here? Mining construction is not going to hire any marketers at all.
Wow.
Nope.
Straight up zero.
Don't need them.
Don't need them.
Tony's nephew knows how to do it, so we're not going to hire anybody.
We don't need anyone. Healthcare is up there again.
Yep. Healthcare. Education, no. It was interesting because we've seen education be high in some things and low in others. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not huge differences in the B2B, B2C sectors. Although B2C is interesting. They've been higher in other things, but not in B2C product. I mean, but not in hiring people. Sorry, I need to turn on the heater. Firm internet sales differences. I have no idea what that means.
I was going to say, I don't know what that means.
Firm sales. Yeah, I have no idea what that means. Okay, we'll just ignore it.
Yeah. You don't know what it means, just ignore it.
No, you need to explain that. Like either firm means something different here, but in other cases it's meant company, right? Yeah. Your sales are real firm, man. Those are some of the firmest sales I've ever seen. You work out a lot. Marketers seek talent with MarTech platform experience and creativity. That's cool. All right. Marketing technology platform experience. That makes sense. You know, whether it's, there's a lot of different, marketing technology, that's just been a huge growth area in marketing for years now. You've seen those charts of like all the different sectors of marketing tech companies, all the different things they do, from social monitoring to the PPC optimization tools, social posting. There's all kinds of, there's the HubSpots, the CRMs, there's all kinds of Salesforce. So they're hiring people that know how to use those tools. Right. I don't know. Hey, I'll take some videos. Yeah. Emotional intelligence is only 10%. Financial acumen, we don't really care if they know anything about money, but they need to be creative. Yep. I don't care if they're emotionally intelligent, but I want them to be curious. That is very interesting. Natural leadership abilities. That's really high. I don't want to be curious, but I do want to be leading other people. Data science background. Interesting. Yeah, the financial acumen makes sense. You're not hiring an accountant. Right. On the other hand, and I think if you have data science background, you can probably do some math to figure out the ROI. Same thing with usually a lot of those MarTech platforms, you have to be relatively smart. It seems like creativity, curiosity, emotional intelligence, leadership abilities are kind of the other side. Yeah. You got geeky on the left and right on the right. Yeah. Yeah. But it's, and we definitely see that you've got data or the platforms, and then you've got creativity, and the combination of those is where a lot of our results come from. So that makes sense. Yeah. I really think curiosity, I guess that plays into, if you're creative, you're probably curious, but interesting. Right. I wonder how they decided that was one of the... Curiosity? Right. It makes sense, but... It is surprising, right? Yeah. Yeah. It is, because kind of going creativity almost, right? Yeah, or in the data thing. Because the scientist's creativity or the artist the scientist's curiosity or the artist's curiosity, they're probably part of one or the other. Like, no, we don't want people who are curious about anything.
Stay in your lane.
Yep. Bob just doesn't wonder about anything. He just sits there. All kinds of weird stuff's going on outside of his cubicle, but he doesn't even look up. That's what we want. That is what we want.
That's what we want.
Stay in your cubicle. Don't ask questions. Marketers seek talent with MarTech platform experience and creativity. Yep, same thing. So which skills would you prioritize in the hiring process? Okay, so which things do they put number one? MarTech. They're most likely to put MarTech. That's confusing.
Yeah.
It's a really confusing chart because MarTech is 22% in number 7.
Oh.
See?
Whoa.
Yeah. So that's a confusing chart.
And then the financial acumen is 27%. In the
Yeah, so 27% of people put
as
financial.
the least. Okay, got it. Okay. Oh, so that is very strange. So there's a lot of people who put the platform experience as 7th.
Yeah, I think they had to do some kind of quantitative analysis of this, or maybe they didn't, but I wonder if they just, see, these are number 1, right? This is a figure of what people put number 1. But I think you could actually also weight these. You could do a little, that's what I would do. I'd put it in Excel and do more math on it.
Yeah.
But that's me.
That is you.
Marketing outsourcing expected to increase by 5% in the next year. Cool. That's pretty high. That's good for us.
Yeah.
Hey, outsource to us.
Yeah.
Got a weird thing on my finger. Give us some business.
I was going to ask you, what is that? A little mushroom?
It's a clown nose.
Oh, clown nose.
It's for the Red Nose Day on May 24th, which is a comic relief campaign for kids. It's for something for kids. It's a kids charity thing. I forget the details, but
I think oh man, I might be forgetting the details too, but kids with leukemia, cancers.
I think it might be cancer. I have to look.
Red Nose Day is big in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to figure out if we should do something like do some videos for it, or I was trying to figure out if I'd use one of the songs that I've been writing for it or something.
Oh, that'd be fun.
When I was at Walgreens, I saw it and I was like, oh, no way. And I amazingly actually have time to do something. Like usually I find out about these things
yeah.
But it's like a month.
Oh, it's end child poverty.
Poverty. Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Cool.
Seems like it must be spreading to the U.S. more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
The red nose thing, not the poverty.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so here's marketing outsourcing. So energy, banking, finance, insurance, transportation, consumer services. Again, we see them. B2C services, outsourcing the most. Again, people have pretty firm internet sales, so they've been, doing those internet sale curls. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, marketing organization, product service organizational structure remains dominant, either customer groups or product service groups. Interesting. So the companies are organized around the products and the services. So like Microsoft would have their Microsoft Word group. Interesting. Across all sectors, companies invest internally to develop new marketing capabilities. How does your company approach the development of new marketing capabilities? Allocate 100 points to indicate the emphasis you place on each approach. Wow. Okay, so either we build new marketing capabilities ourselves by training current or hiring new employees with the skills. We partner with other marketing agencies to learn new marketing skills. We partner with other consultancies. We partner with other companies, or we buy other companies. Oh, yeah. So number one is we train current or hire new employees.
Mm-hmm.
Agencies and consultancies after that. And partnering. I'm not sure how partnering with other companies is different. Just partnering equally with other companies. Yeah, I get it. So agencies, consultancies, and partnering. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Whatever. Marketing leadership. Marketing leads more activities in companies. Percentage of companies in which marketing leads activity. Okay. So, interesting. So the activity, I wonder how they measure activity.
Yeah.
Pricing, innovation, e-commerce. There's other things in here. So we've got branding, digital marketing, advertising, social media, public relations, promotion, positioning, marketing research, lead generation. I mean, in reality, there's a lot of overlap with some of these things.
Right.
Marketing analytics, competitive intelligence. So I'm assuming when they say, well, we talked about earlier, we don't do marketing research. Well, you might get some of that from your advertising results, or you're doing lead generation through advertising or through social media or through digital marketing. So there's sometimes overlap, but distribution is way down there. Customer service is way down there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like how they added the e-commerce, digital marketing, and customer experience.
Yeah, in 2016. Let's see if there's more on this. No, I was just curious if there was more insight on this in another chart. So some things have gone down recently. Public relations went down. Marketing research went down. CRM went down. New products went down, and e-commerce went down.
I know why e-commerce went down.
Well, I'll tell you why I think that's interesting is because all of the companies I've talked to that do retail are like, we cannot compete with Amazon.
Right. I was wondering if it was going to be Amazon.
Yeah. When you look at the stats, they're like, Prime members buy 3 out of 4 times that they visit Amazon. And non-Prime members buy 6% of the time that they visit. If you look at the other 499 of the top 500 internet retailers, the conversion rate is, what is the number? I'm going to forget now. It's lower. It's like 3%, something like that, 2 or 3%.
Well,
but it's hard to compete. And we're talking about comparing Amazon to the best e-commerce sites.
right.
We're not talking about, the average furniture store trying to run their new e-commerce site on Shopify and struggling to get a 1% conversion rate. Those people are like, this isn't working. Nobody wants to buy furniture online. They want to come into the store. And that's the reality that people are running into. So I think people are like, I'll try it. It's not working. I'm going to try it. It's not working.
Yeah.
Amazon just has so many advantages, in part because of their size, the amount of data they have. They can customize the experience, give you more reviews, tell you what you've already bought.
Right. Yeah. I wonder, so there's a lot of companies that kind of just end up partnering with Amazon, and then that works
on Amazon
for them. I wonder if, I don't know.
Yeah, some do. I see a lot of independent people selling on Amazon that don't have bricks and mortar, and some that do. We have a client, Tub of Towels, that sells in retail and on Amazon. And Amazon ads are growing like crazy. Like they're going to start, being a real factor in ad spend compared to Google and Facebook at some point.
Does Tub of Towels sell way more on Amazon than they do on their store?
Than on their own website? I don't know if we should reveal that about them.
Right.
What you call it? That contract? What is that thing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I will say that some companies find it advantageous to do Amazon.
Right.
So, number of marketer, huh?
This is just so many eyeballs on your products.
Yeah. Well, and I mean the average product page on Amazon can convert at anywhere from 12 to 20% conversion rate. I mean, that's and companies will struggle to get a 1% conversion rate on their own website. So it's just like, how are you going to compete with those numbers?
Right. If you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't ignore it. Number of marketer direct reports shows improvement while indirect reports declines. Number of people reporting to top marketer. Yeah, okay. If you're not talking to me, I'm firing you.
Yeah.
Who's that guy? I don't talk to him. Let's get rid of him.
Gone.
Marketing leader tenure has risen over time. Well, that's good. That's good. It's a lot. Okay. In any role. Okay. How long have you been a marketing leader in any role? 8 or 9 years. But in a current role, it's gone from 3 years to 4 years.
That's pretty high, I think.
It is. It's not as high as certain other jobs. I personally think marketing gets blamed a lot, and they change marketing directors often because they either think that's going to solve their problems or it's an easy person to blame.
Right.
It doesn't make logical sense if you also don't believe marketing has much of an effect.
Yeah.
Like, marketing's not working. Let's get another marketer. Marketing never works. Marketing never will work. Let's get another marketer.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you think eventually you're going to find this, needle in a haystack person that can do amazing things.
Changes. Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. And I mean, maybe my diagnosis of that situation is wrong. It's a short tenure. It's high pressure. It is one of the reasons why marketing directors often don't have the patience to try to invest in a strategy for a year or two.
Right.
There's
because they're immediately kind of on a chopping block when they start.
Yes. Yeah. We haven't seen results from this in 2 or 3 months. Like, what's going on? Well, it takes time.
Right.
We're going to have to try something else. So
high pressure.
Yeah. So I think, and a lot of things, everybody has a role in the company, but a lot of things are often determined or limited by leadership, and leadership is a top. It's the CEO, it's the board, it's the, that's where it comes from. So this is something that CMO or marketing director may not really have a lot of control over. They can, do their best to get the results and report the results and use all their people skills to build relationships and all that kind of stuff. But if you don't get the results, if you don't meet the goals,
right,
or people don't like you, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Marketers unlikely to use brands to take a stance on politically charged issues. Yeah. Duh. Except education.
Interesting.
And I don't know if that's just because there are more politically charged issues around education.
Yeah, could be.
Could be, but we know there are politically charged issues around energy and healthcare. Maybe there are more idealists in education. Maybe government jobs are safer and they have, more stability. There's less of a consequence for them. Take a political stance. I don't know. It's interesting.
Consumer services, mining, construction, and transportation were like, we're out.
We're out. Well, mining, I don't know about construction specifically, but mining has a negative image in a lot of cases they struggle against. So
yeah,
they probably don't want to add to it. Consumer services, it's all about being the positive helper to the customer. And
I feel like whenever you see, there's always those headlines of the brands that want to try to tag in on the whatever's going on, and there's always always a backlash.
Yeah.
Like, why is that cereal talking about?
Oh, newsjacking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Frosted Flakes likes Trump. Like what?
Right. You're like, what?
What? Not that they do. That was just an example.
Yeah.
Yeah. Transportation. I don't know. Transportation like airplanes or Delta. Like Delta's not going to take a stance on politics.
The airlines have their own slew of issues that they
That's
don't
right.
get to
That's exactly right.
add to it.
Yeah, and sometimes they've been bailed out by the government. Like they don't want to alienate anybody there either.
Right.
So, yeah.
Keep their mouths shut.
Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Do business. We've got about 5 minutes, and I don't know if we're still going to be able to make it through this thing. Marketing analytics. Oh, this is the exciting part. Party time.
Woohoo.
Marketing analytics spend shows fluctuation, but no consistent increases over the past 5 years. You either don't need more analytics or you don't see the value. Probably the latter. I mean, unless you're talking about spending more money on the people doing a better job with it.
Right.
I don't know that. I mean, we've looked at a lot of different analytics packages that, well, this, finally solve this or that problem, this multi-touch point attribution problem or whatever. Mm-hmm. And maybe they will, maybe they cause other problems. It's never fun to some of these new tools and packages, just trying to start using them is such a time investment, cost, but integrating them can be so costly. You have to look at the pros and the cons. But people say they're going to increase. I always wonder about these projections, It's easy to say you're going to do something.
Right.
Really what changed? Like, it hasn't really been consistently going up for 6 years and 5 or 6 years, and all of a sudden it's going to triple.
Right. Seems more of a wishful thinking or hope.
It's more like, yeah, we should definitely
do that.
definitely invest in that. We're gonna do that because we need to know the data better.
Right.
Are you really gonna do that? I don't know.
We will see.
We're like, I love that we're skeptical of this. We're just like, nah, we don't believe this part.
That's not true.
We're big believers in data, except when we don't believe it. Except when we don't want to.
Yeah. What doesn't fit our... But I think...
That's right.
I think that one is okay to be skeptical of because it hasn't happened yet.
All predictions.
All predictions, yeah.
Are suspect.
Mm-hmm.
Or will be. Mm-hmm. Okay. Analytics spend expected to increase. Same thing. The mining construction people especially.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to start analyzing. We're definitely going to start analyzing in the next 3 years. We haven't done it yet, but we're definitely going to do it.
Funny.
Spending on marketing analytics varies by firm characteristics and economic sector. Yeah. Okay. Definitely spend. I love how they spend more the bigger they are in revenue, except between 500 million and $1 billion.
Yeah.
Less.
Yeah.
So like once you get over $1 billion, you're like, dang, we really need to analyze this.
Right.
Sometimes there may be pressure at different levels because of like, now you're suddenly a public company or whatever. And yeah. Okay. Companies use more marketing analytics in decisions. B2C companies are the biggest users at 53 and 54, 55, 56%. B2B companies not doing analytics as much. B2B companies always baffle me.
Yeah.
They always baffle me. Like, why would you be, if you are a business that works with other businesses, why would you be less analytical?
Right. That doesn't make sense.
I think in my experience, B2B companies are so sales oriented. Mm-hmm. They've got salespeople to go out and salespeople to talk to people. Like, we don't need to analyze it. We actually talk to our customers. We know everything. That's
Right.
that's the only thing I think of. That, and they're very conservative. They tend to be slower to adopt new things.
Right.
Those are some of the things I've experienced. But
Yeah, that makes sense.
the use of marketing analytics and decision making is increasing 42%. That's great.
That's good.
Yeah, that means that 58% of companies don't use analytics in making decisions.
Not good.
60% of companies just go with their gut. Well, it's Tuesday. Let's go left.
What are you going to do?
60% of companies will go out of business. All right.
Well,
If
yeah.
they're unlucky. Contribution of marketing analytics to firm performance improves slightly. I wonder if that is based on analytics or just we
How
feel.
they feel. Yeah.
We feel that our marketing analytics contributes to performance. Or
Yeah.
our marketing analytics tell us that our marketing analytics contribute to company. Yeah.
It's just like an infinite.
Well, I mean, I'm serious. Like, did they, I mean,
No, it's
they're
true.
really analytical, then they analyze the impact of the marketing analytics before and after, right?
Right, right.
With analytics. But, I don't know. Marketing analytics by sector, the ones that it helps their performance the most: consumer services, the least mining construction. Gotta get out of the mine, guys. Get in the office. B2C product and B2C the most, yeah. Oh, I get this. So this is like the firm, when internet sales are 0% of sales versus internet sales are over 10% of sales.
Okay.
Now I understand that chart.
Yeah. Firm sales.
Okay. Use of quantitative tools to demonstrate marketing impact shows improvement. Okay. Isn't that the same as marketing analytics contributing? I don't know.
Yeah.
Confusing.
Seems like it.
Some of these, they need a little text, just to explain. How firms show the impact of marketing spend varies by sector and internet sales. How does your company show the short-term impact of marketing spend on your business? Quantitatively, qualitatively? Oh, this is my chart. So that's really interesting. I would love to see that broken out in visually, but
Yeah.
so this is how scientific you are, right? At figuring out how your marketing spend improves your business. And that's what I was talking about earlier, right? Like, are you saying, this is helping us just because I feel like it is?
That way.
So energy is doing that more. Like we feel it's helping. Mining construction is doing that. Transportation is doing that. Retail wholesale is doing that. The more scientific ones are tech, software, biotech, not surprising.
Right.
Consumer services. They're dramatically higher than anybody else. CPG, healthcare. It's funny that healthcare we think of as being pretty scientific, but they're nowhere near like tech, software, biotech.
Right.
Yeah, I think we've run out of time. We've got 7 more pages. Let's just see what they are really quick. Top management team, blockchain. Oh, okay. We're almost done. Let's just do these last 2.
Yeah.
AI and machine. Oh, okay. I missed this one. Importance of top management team on marketing, analytics, use, and performance. How important is the top management team in driving the use of marketing analytics in your company? How important is the top management team in ensuring the use? Driving versus ensuring. I wonder if that's a distinction without a difference.
Mm-hmm. It does seem
Okay.
quite similar.
Yeah. So 23% said it's important that top management team drive and ensure the use of marketing analytics. Those are two different questions too. It's not just driving the use, it's ensuring that it impacts company performance.
Right.
That's such a complicated question. It's probably two questions and they combine it in one chart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it tells us. I mean, like, who's going to say that's not important?
Right.
I guess people are going to say, like, that's the job of lower end people. Like, I mean, that's the job of the analytics guy.
Mm.
That's not my job. That's not the marketing director's job. That's not the CEO's job. Because if we total up the important ones, 42, 61, about 61% of people say it's important to some degree.
Yeah.
That's one of those questions where you're like, I think people are just going to say it's important.
Right.
You can't say it's not important.
Right.
AI and machine learning impact modest, but expected to grow over 3 years, like IBM Watson.
Mm.
To what extent is your company implementing artificial intelligence and machine learning into its marketing toolkit? I will tell you, if you're using Facebook ads, you are using it.
Right.
You just don't know it.
Yeah.
Blockchain technology is slow to play a role in marketing. Most people are slow to even know what the heck that is.
This must be a new question.
Yeah. Are you using blockchain? My chains are all round. My chains are gold and round. To what extent are they affecting your marketing strategies? You know, not very much.
Yeah.
Cool. And then there was an award. Somebody won an award. Okay. Apple sets the standard for excellence in marketing.
Okay.
Here's some others that set the standard. That was it. All right. We did it.
Did it. Wow.
We did it in 2 episodes.
Wow.
Slap. Okay.
Whew.
That was, that was a bear.
Yeah. Some good stuff, though.
Yeah. Some interesting stuff.
Some thought.
Some fun.
Mm-hmm. I had fun.
I had fun too.
That's all that really matters.
That is all that matters. Yeah. All right. Thanks,
Cool.
Carly.
Yeah. Thank you.